Hello and welcome to another Starcraft 2 beta commentary. My name is WTii and this is a 1v1 on the map Incineration Zone. It's between myself as the red Zerg and my enemy, spaceLucky, as the blue Terran. Now this is a short and sweet map, and we were both picked random by the way on this, so neither of us know what race the other one has. But what I do know is I've got Zerg, and since this is a short, sweet map, I figure I'm going to go for a 6-pull rush, try and finish this off nice and early, a little bit of cheese. You know, down goes the pulls we can see. My enemy doesn't look like he's going to be doing any fast reapers or proxy racks. Although, no, this is a 10 supply depot, so that's a very standard build for Terran. There's no real risk in doing that, but there certainly is a risk with doing the very fast spawning pull. Basically, I don't make any drones at the start, and then once the spawning pool goes up, you make a couple of drones to put yourself up to 7 out of 10 food. So then by the time the spawning pool is done, you've got about 150 minerals, almost smack on, to just plough into 3 lots of Zerglings, which makes 6 Zerglings in total basically, because you get 2 Zerglings per 50 minerals per egg that you hatch of them. So yeah, I'm basically going all out with this, and hopefully I can get it going or do enough damage, which is my intention. I really want to end this though, because I don't like to play long games. The longer a game goes on, the more I tend to suck. So yeah, I'm definitely a micro type of player, and I like to keep it short, because as long as when the game goes on long, then there's a lot of macro. Now what I do with these Zerglings is I deliberately leave one. So what I will do, I can actually do it here, is you'll get your group, shift click that one, and then control group 1, and then move them over to here, whilst the other Zergling goes and takes that. And then once that SCV is down, then I'll pick up that Zergling back into my control group. Luckily he's got a little gap here which allows me to get through. I just noticed that I was actually going to try and kill the SCV and then the supply depots. He doesn't have any marines out yet to do any damage to my Zerglings, so I might have been able to get away with that, but no need, because there's a little gap, so that gives me a little ray of hope. But he's got his SCVs here on the charge. He's still got a few bringing in minerals, but I can't fight that. Even though it's only 1 marine, amongst all of those SCVs I've got to wait for backup, and here it comes. So that's the problem with this 6-pull, is you only got a short amount of Zerglings to use, so you've got to wait a little while before they actually really start to mass up. He's got 2 marines, I've really got to take those out. I can't really focus too much on the SCVs, even though he wants me to. As soon as I take out the marines, it's basically do whatever damage I can do to the SCVs and then run back. Hit run, hit run, hit run. And then do damage to the barracks, because that's the only thing that's building the marines, and I don't want those marines to come out. The more marines he gets, the harder this is going to be. So he's completely blocking off that that marine with his SCVs, so I figure I'm going to try and do some damage to his economy. I didn't actually get to kill any SCVs there, unfortunately. But I did manage to sneak a couple of Zerglings in from behind to try and take out the marine. Yes, I did. Now I've got to get those marines back out. I say marines, I'm getting mixed up here, those Zerglings. There's no more Zerglings to get out though, because they're all dead. But wait, there's more. Here they come. They're on their way. And I've got myself a queen, by the way, so spawn lava, because at the moment I'm only being able to produce like 1 Zergling every 10 seconds, aka 2 Zerglings every 2 seconds. That's not enough, I need a whole load of them really. So that's what the queen is for, spawn lava. Hopefully I can take out this marine, but he's still got the other marine, so I'm going to lose all my Zerglings again. So what are we looking at here? Production units lost. I've lost more resources than he has apparently at this point. So I've got 8 Zerglings. He's still only got 1 marine, but that's not really enough. He's building another barracks there, but I'm not going to let him get away with that. Destroy the SCV that's building it, and then try and take out these SCVs that are also weak, at the same time trying to kill the marine. Leave some Zerglings on the marine, leave the other Zerglings to deal whatever damage you can do to SCVs. The more SCVs I can kill, the more I can damage his economy, which means that he won't be able to keep protecting those stupid marines either, with mass SCVs. So I go for that SCV. It is weak. I mean, I play with the unit's HP bar on, so that helps a lot, rather than having to hold down Alt. If I hold down Alt with this on, it actually takes it off. But I mean, some people it annoys, but for me it's very handy, since I like to see like, it's actually especially handy for seeing energy. If you look at this, if you see the purple bit underneath the HP bar of the orbital command, that's its energy. So I can see how much energy it has just by looking at the purple part, rather than actually clicking on it and looking at it, to tell whether you can do like another mule or another scanner sweep. So harass is going quite well at the moment. I've really got to take out that marine if I can, but I figure since I've got the advantage here, I'm going to try and bring that to barracks. No, I'm going to try and get that Marine before he can get him in, but no, he's bringing him up to his SCVs. I'm going to get all stuck here, all my Zerglings. It's so hard to see what's going on. Believe me, it was very hard for me to tell what the hell was going on in this game as well. Zerglings are tiny, and amongst all of that, it's really hard. At the moment, he's got very little. I mean, what has he got? Honest to God. He's got 2 SCVs and a mule. Whereas I have got 7 drones at base, which isn't that much, but they have been constantly mining minerals, where they haven't been like having to come off minerals constantly like the Terran here. So yeah, what we got here, we've got 3 overlords for myself, 2 marines, 3 SCVs, 1 mule. I can't really get in there because of that bunker, although I'm going to go for it anyway. But the problem here is where he's put it is in like the best place he could have imagined to put it, even though it doesn't help him that much because it blocks these minerals. He hasn't exactly got enough SCVs in the minerals to be a hindrance at this point. So really that was a very good idea for him. I'm trying to kill the SCVs whilst he was repairing it, but I can't do enough. You see, if I go to attack move that bunker with my Zerglings, they're all going to block each other. If I try to click like here or just next to it, where you would like your Zerglings to sort of funnel around it and then surround it, they go all the way around the outside of the mineral line, so it really wasn't a very handy for me. So at this point I don't think I can really get him. I honestly don't. I think I might try and go for another shot here though. Is this going to work? No, you see, look, the Zerglings are just wasting so much time. So many Zerglings are dying doing nothing here. I just cannot keep this going. That bunker is the win. There's not much I can do about that. But I can take out that last mule. The reason why I said lol mules there, mules, I'm going to give you a damn reason, or I might do it in a moment, is because without those he wouldn't be able to keep up the production that he is. I mean, he's barely got any SCVs whatsoever, so he shouldn't be able to keep on making things, but he can because he keeps on bringing down mules whenever it's available. So it's really frustrating, that is. Look, there goes another one. And that allows him to stay in the fight. When really, this fight should have been over by now. I was hoping that he wasn't Terran, because like I say, we were both random. I want to go up here whilst my other Zerglings are coming in, so hopefully I was hoping that he was going to try and do that again, by the way. Bring the Marines up here. I kite him up a bit, and then these ones come up from underneath, and then I can surround him, but I don't think I'm going to get away with it. These Marines are going to be sitting behind the barracks by the looks of it. That's a good position there. So they're hiding behind the refinery, the barracks, and the supply depot is going there, so it's very hard to get into there, basically. I mean, look at it. He doesn't even need the bunker at this point. With those buildings blocking these Marines, it's going to be almost impossible for me to get in there. Gonna give it a shot anyway. Maybe try and kill the SCV, but unfortunately, sometimes when the SCVs are building buildings, they're on the outside of it, and you can target them. And then sometimes they sweep inside of the building, and they become just untargetable. So that's what happened there. So I couldn't finish it off. So then I just basically lost some more Zerglings there. You might want to read the text, by the way, Alzim. I say that's why mules are broken, because if he did not have mules, he would not be able to stay in the game at this point. Chrono Boost would not help him in this game at this point, apart from possibly on the Marines. You could argue that, but then again, that would be quite broken, I suppose. And would Spawn Lava be good for him? I don't think so. I'm just so frustrated with mules at the moment. I honest to God think there is a problem with them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I am, but they really help Terran out almost just too much. I think they bring back too much is basically my reasoning. I think 270 minerals for 1 mule is just a bit too much. That allows him to get 5 SCVs back, so he can be reckless if he likes, lose 5 SCVs if he really wants to. Put down 1 mule, bingo, you got your 5 SCVs back.